Yo, so when I was a little dude, like growing up in like the elementary school days, I was low key like not the best kid of all time. And what I mean is like I was kind of like I was selfish like most kids, but I also believed like cussing was okay, and a lot of other things. And I was also agnostic, which is basically kind of like being an atheist, but you're just not sure if you believe that there's a God or not, or if it's all just like science, right? And the biggest reason why this was because of my parents, right? My parents probably weren't the best parents at the time because they were dealing and struggling with a lot of stuff, but they also just didn't really care, right? But now that I grew up a little bit more and I'm a teenager, they did start caring about 3 years ago, but now I am a product of their parenting before. And I'm not saying all of this to bash on my parents or say that they are bad parents, because they aren't, because I definitely turned out way better than a lot of my friends and peers. But I am still not the way they wanted me to be or hoped I would be, and I fully understand that. I had definitely struggled a little bit, and I have struggled a lot, especially like more recently, like a year ago or so, you know? But the reason why I'm saying all this is to segue into my first point, which is that parents are not locked in, bro, like at all. And, you spare the rod, you spoil the child, right? And these parents always spare the rod, right? Because, I look at my friends and not only my friends, but just my peers in general, and they want to, like, sneak out and, like, do drugs and, like, just do, not good things, right? Just not good things that society needs, right? And a huge factor of that is, parenting, and like how parents just don't care, right? They could care less, because my stupid friends and peers will get caught doing whatever they're doing, and the punishment and the consequence is not that big, right? And you always, as a parent, have to start while, like, you're young. You can't wait till the teenage years, because the teenager has already made up their mind and they already want to do what they want to do, and they don't care about you freaking out because they're turning into a bad person. They don't. And I'm saying you as if I'm talking to a parent or something, but I mean you in generally, right? Like anyone, right? Because the very scary part is that our generation, we've seen it in the past. It's always been like this from the dawn of time. Kids in the next generation learn and replicate the behavior of their parents. And so if it keeps getting worse and worse and worse from the parents that are already bad today, then how do you see it in a couple years from now, or like a decade, when all these Gen Alpha kids, and already there's Gen Z parents, but when there's Gen Alpha parents and Gen Beta or whatever it's called, like you see where I'm going with this, is that there's a problem here, and it's kind of a huge problem. Like, it's a real issue, and parents need to lock in, bro, or the next generation is going to be so cooked. And it already is. Like, if you look at the kids today, they're all bratty, they're all brats, they're all chronically online, they all have social media, they all are being exposed to terrible things that they should not be exposed to as kids, right? And I have seen it, bro. Like, these little kids are, like, online talking to people who they shouldn't be talking to, who are much older than them and should be much more mature than them. And it's scary, dude. And it's scary that their parents don't monitor these things that are happening. and that like the stuff that they're doing, because like it needs to be held accountable. Kids need to be able to be held accountable while they're young so that they don't make the biggest mistake of their lives. Again, you spare the rod, you spoil the child. And it's not even just spoiling the child, it's just ruining the child's life in general. And I've seen it everywhere, all the time, everywhere. Like, no matter what, you will see it everywhere. And that's the crazy part is that there's no place where it's just like, oh yeah, like there are good parents here. No, it's everywhere there's going to be a bad parent. And everywhere there's going to be bad kids. And that is the struggle, bro. That is the crazy part. Is that there is no escaping this. These parents, most of the time, have kids by accident. And they don't even want to have kids. Which is the crazy part, is you should want to have kids. But if you have these kids by accident and you don't even want them, there's a huge issue there. Now you probably don't even care about your child, which is insane. And now they are just left to become a product of what you've made them to be. And it's sad, bro. It's crazy. But it's like, it's true, dude. And that's what happens. And I'm just like, it's over. But, like, I always like to reflect on the old days. Like, it doesn't matter when or how old something was. It will always, in my opinion, be better than it is in the present time. Okay? I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm pretty sure you can relate to that. Like, how Call of Duty was so great and probably one of the best games in the world when you could simply, open the disc case, put it in, and it would load instantly, and you could just hop in an Xbox Live party and just hang out with your friends all night. And it was super lit. It was super chill. But now Call of Duty is like probably the lamest game ever, right? And I like to look back when kids were more behaved. Like, grandparents always say, like, ooh, back in my day, blah, blah, blah. But, like, most of the stuff they say is true. Like, genuinely, like, there's just so many things wrong with today and the way that parents handle their kids. And, I'm sure that there's always been parents that have been bad. But I don't think it's ever been this bad, right? Like, cause it's like average parents. It's not even like the bad parent, the bad kid. It's like every parent, every kid is terrible, dude. And I don't know what to really make of this, cause I could come up here and make this video and say this like a million times, and I don't know if anything would change, really. The only thing that I hope to do here is to bring your mind at a realization that this is a problem, and hopefully you don't let that problem get into your own circle and your own family. Because that's the best you can do. Like, there's no way you can just make a change happen when the whole world's like that way. But for the better and for yourself, you can change, and for your future, you can help yourself out. And again, like, I'm not even a parent yet. Like, I don't even got it all figured out. But from what I've seen as a kid nowadays, is that there's a lot of things wrong. And I mean, it's so terrible, dude. And again, I could say how terrible it is as many times as I want, but it's not going to change anything. And, hopefully it changes something for you, right? Because I will definitely apply this to my own life, for sure. Like, I definitely want to be the best that I can. But again, like I said in the beginning of the video, I struggle even today, dude. And again, like, not again, but like, dude, I hate blaming people for other things. Like, I just hate it so much. But sometimes you have to, right? Like, I want to be able to take responsibility for my own actions. Like, I want to be able to take responsibility. Like, I just think it's cringe when you do something wrong and then you say it's someone else. But if you really look back and there is a pattern, then you will know what the issue is. And if the issue is the parents are not taking care of these kids and then making them the way they are, society will fall. Like, no matter what, it's going to happen if these kids aren't taught to be adults correctly and learn to be mature and learn to survive and not to ruin their lives and make terrible decisions. Right? But dude, I pray that there's a change, right? And I could say this to my friends or something, or they could watch this video and I don't know. I don't even know how. I couldn't tell you how they would perceive it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's up to you whether you want to change or whether you'll apply this to your life. It's up to you. And if you know what's good for yourself, you will try to be the best you can. And you won't try to ruin your life, right? But again, we're all teenagers. We're all in the adolescent years. And our brain's still developing, right? And this is the biggest moments of your life that will reflect how successful and how meaningful your life is in the future. Right? So, again, I don't want to talk from experience. I just want to talk from stuff that I've seen. Okay? With my own eyes. I'm talking from what I've seen and outcomes from certain things, right? I'm not saying that I'm an adult and all this blah, blah, blah. But I'm saying, from what I've seen, things need to change for the better. And hopefully it will happen, bro. Maybe it will, bro. Maybe every single parent in the world will just become a good parent out of nowhere for no reason. Just it will happen. Anyways, yeah. So you don't have to like and subscribe. I hope you received this, right? And I hope you understand what's best for your life. And I hope you live a good life and a successful, I hope you are blessed. This is what I'm saying. Anyways, I love y'all. Y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all in the next video.